Okay, good day. Today I'm gonna be discussing chapter 2, working with HTMX, and basically built this BMI calculator. So yeah, I have Lindo navigating my session today. So let's jump into it. So we made this BMI calculator where it just basically calculates your BMI by inputting your height, right? So when you input your height and you input your weight as well, right? Then you click calculate BMI, then it shows the final result of that calculation, which is your BMI over here. So let's jump into the code and discuss that. So over here, we'll just jump into this function here, because firstly we just import express and then we set the port to 3000, and then here we serve the static files so we can use the index.html over here, and then within this method here, this is where we handle the post request. So this post request will be made to this URL pattern calculate, and when that's done, then a calculation basically takes place. But firstly here, this is representing the height that you input as a decimal, and the weight as well that we input, so it can calculate the BMI. Then we have this if statement, right? That just ensures that the height and weight are positive numbers. So as you can see here, it's saying height is what's this? If height is less than 0 equal to 0 and weight is less than 0 and equal to 0, then basically the response we'll get is to enter the valid numbers for height and weight. So just to ensure that you enter the correct input.
Wait,
Yeah?
Tom,
Yeah?
see what ensures that the height and weight is a positive number?
Over here. This here? Because of this if statement, yeah? See those if statements?
Oh, the if statement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So and then the pass float, what does it do?
So pass float over here, making sure that it's like
it's just return a float.
decimal.
Yeah.
So float is like decimal numbers, right? So it passes the user's
so
input
remember,
yeah?
Remember the time when I inputted a comma instead of a full stop?
Yeah, basically.
The function that's responsible for picking if it's a full stop. Okay.
Yeah, I remember you put this, so then it's not a float, right?
Okay.
But the moment we put the dot, then it retrieves that as a float. So that's what pass float is for. Then I discussed this. Then this is the calculation, right, that takes place for the BMI. So it takes the weight, right, and that's divided by height times height. And then here, it basically, using res.send, it basically shows the height and the weight over here. And then it shows the final calculation, which is your BMI, and that is fixed to 2 decimal places. Then over here, that's just starting the server on port 3000, which shows over here. Then then we just using nodemin to run the server. Then in your index.html over here, we have this header BMI calculator, which shows in the front end. Then we use the HTMX syntaxes firstly here this here triggers the post request, right? So basically, when like the user fills in their details, their height and their weight, and they click the calculate BMI, that basically triggers the post request. And we know that the post request is made with HX post, and you're making that post request to calculate. Then HX target basically saying that we want to load that specific data that was retrieved, right, to this div ID results over here. Then here is just basically representing the input for the height and for the weight as well. So yeah, that's basically the BMI calculator that we built for chapter 2. Linda, anything on the add?
No, nothing.
Cool.